What's going on, guys? I think we're gonna start this video off with a little exploration. I just want to start off saying thanks for everybody who's been watching, leaving likes. Got a couple subscribers. I appreciate y'all. Hopefully we can keep it going. So in this video, after we get done with this little ride, I think I'm going to give a little breakdown of what I've been doing with the bike, all the upgrades I've been doing. Give y'all a quick little update, answer some questions anybody might be asking. But for now, let's enjoy the ride. Hopefully my cop buddy down the street don't see me. Cops do not like this. If they don't have pedals, they're gonna throw a fit. Alright, here we go. Let's make it out of the neighborhood. Audio quality is probably not going to be that great. Got my phone just kind of mounted to my full face here. But get some content out. Hopefully y'all like it. Spent a little time, made an intro. A little cheesy, but you know, it's better than what I'm doing. Hopefully I'll get some music over it, make it a little bit more enjoyable to watch. Alright, I think we're good to go. Oh, that's a big one. Alright, let's get across. Go through the apartments. These guys don't throw a fit. Make a quick circle around the neighborhood. Really hoping this audio comes out great. I know the wind noise will probably be crappy. I'll try to throw a little bit of music over it. So for anybody who doesn't know, this is a Mototec 48 volt 1500 watt. I bought a Electro Co upgrade kit, which comes with a controller, battery leads. It comes with throttle, the voltmeter, I don't know if you can see that right now, and the on and off switch. And it turned this 48 volt up to 3000 watts. So it does about, I'll put it in a picture real quick. I did 37 miles per hour top speed. You know, it's one of those crappy app things, so it's probably not super accurate, but it gives you a quick show of what this thing is capable of on the stock motor and the stock battery. Let's ride some wheelies real quick. Up a bit. Let's go behind here so nobody can see what I'm doing. Does up hills. This right here is probably the biggest hill we got in town. Climbs are no problem. Alright, let's go rip it. No poppers. put on some, technically they're scooter tires, but the rear is a 190-12. And I'll tell you what, that thing rubs when I go to slow down from top speed. Sounds pretty sketchy, but yeah, and it rides so much better than those dirt tires on the street. I'll tell you what, for under $2,000, this thing it's so much fun. Nobody even bats an eye at me. I'm not running around screaming the engine. Super quiet. Half these people don't even know better. They're just sitting in my house, can't even hear me. Hopefully I'm still recording. That's Bronco. And if anyone's watching this and you're in Northwest Florida, Okaloosa, hit me up, man. I need some people to ride with. That'd be fun. Shot in the dark, I know, but you never know. Even if you got a Grom or something, man, let's do some wheelies. Hit me up. Alright, let's get back into the neighborhood. Put it on the tripod. Give you guys a rundown what I've done to this thing. Hopefully you enjoyed this little ride set. I had fun. This is such a blast. Alright, let's be sneaky. Gotta sneak back in. My buddy, I don't know if you can see him down there. Basically, just bought the thing, putting it together. Super stoked about it, the bike that is, and decided to, you know, rip around the street, test it out. You know, it was still stock at the time, didn't do anything over 20 miles per hour. And you know, I put a little flashlight on here as we were ripping. It was a little dark out, and you know, he was coming home when I passed him, and I even got on the sidewalk, you know, got out of his way, and he pulled into his driveway, and I didn't think nothing of it, so I mobbed back home just like I am right now. And I was sitting there talking to my neighbors about it, and this guy comes ripping up, screaming at me, saying that he's an off-duty cop, and if he ever sees this thing on the road again, he's gonna take it. So you know, basically I was just like, man, this really sucks. You know, we got these bird scooters everywhere and they don't even bat an eye at them, but this thing, that's a different story. But it's alright though. Hopefully I'm going to put some lights on it. I'm going to see about getting it titled, but that's a huge pain in the butt as far as I've researched, so who knows, who knows. I'll probably just risk it like I am. That neighbors don't even know I'm here. I will say I live in the best neighborhood ever. Basically from there down, these are all just the homies. They're always out here rooting me on. It's got a couple neighbors that drive around, always asking me to do wheelies for them. Pretty awesome place. Beautiful out here. We almost the end of February. It's like 65, 70 degrees out here. I love it. All right, guys, let's get into the review. Alright guys, so first thing I want to get into is when you buy this Electro & Co kit, it basically turns it into a regular dirt bike where all you need to do is just flip the switch and you're good to go. And for me, you know, I want to be able to hit the gas station and leave it outside and not worry about somebody just hitting the switch and taking off with it. So what I ended up doing on the Mototec, they have a stock key switch, right? So you look down in here, see if I can find it. Let's see, it's on the other side here. So right off the key switch, you got your harness right here. And what I did is I took one of the wires from the on and off switch and I depinned this from the stock controller and I just spliced it in between. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you can do it, but I figured this is going to look the cleanest. So basically now, once I plug this in and plug this into the controller, it's going to be a two-step process now. So you'll have to turn it on and then flip the key on. So super simple. If you don't know how to depin something, you basically just get one of those little flatheads that you use for like eyeglasses. And you look down in there and there's little tabs you can press. You basically just press the little tab down, pop it out. And what I did is I unfolded the clamp where the pins clamp to the wire, and I just popped these right in between, pop the pins back in, and now it plugs in like it's stock. So super easy. I mean, basically you could just take the old harness and you can clip them and you can you know, just basically just solder them in between that. But I do not have any solder for my solder gun, so I went this route and it works out perfect. I mean, I could shut it off, take the key out, and not worry about, you know, anybody just hopping on and riding away. Obviously that ain't gonna stop them from picking it up and throwing it in the back of their truck, but it's a good step. All right, now that I got it back together, and I'm getting sick of taking this thing apart, so hopefully this will be the last time for a while. But just to give you a show, let's see, can you see that? Let's make sure. Yeah, you can barely see it. But basically, I can leave the key switch on for when I'm just riding around the street in the neighborhood and I just want to hop on it, flip the switch, good to go. Now, if I hit the gas station, or, you know, I just want to make sure nobody can hop on this and take off, shut it off, flip the switch, take the key out, and it's good to go. And I'm not worried about it. But usually I just leave the key in, if I can figure it out. Leave the key in, leave it on, flip the switch, and we're good to go. But give you a little rundown on that. Hopefully, you know, if you get the kit and you want to do something like that, give you a little show of how easy it is. When I upgraded it, let's see, the sprocket is two-sided slotted, and basically the way I ride it, you know, if you watch the video, I'm constantly chopping the throttle, putting a lot of torque on that little sprocket. It was starting to not come loose, but there was getting a lot of play in between the slot. So what I ended up doing, and you're probably not going to be able to see, is pulled the motor out, and I actually used some JB weld, and I put an extra washer on there, and I JB welded it all together, and I am not having any issues anymore. I'll put a clip of what it sounded like, what it looked like, and you guys can better see and understand what I'm talking about. But as soon as I put that JB weld on, good to go, nice and solid, not making a bunch of clicking noises and driving me nuts. But yeah, and then as you can see, no longer have dirt tires. So these are the stock rims, stock hubs, stock wheels, and nothing changed other than the tire itself. And what I did was, and I should say I had a pain in the butt time trying to find these tires. Basically there's nothing that matches that is a 12 and a 14. I did have somebody show me some dual sport tires, and you know, I kind of wanted to go with the whole street bike look. Makes my wheelies so much more fun, doing swerves and stuff, getting used to it. So what I did is I got a Kenda. It's called a KD1 Quick. It's a 190-12. Now this is actually a front tire, and the way the front tires are set up is it's reverse tread, so these are technically pointing that way. So I mean, it's a little bike, it's only doing like 35. Later on when I do 72 volt, you know, we'll be doing like 40, but you know, it's not a big deal. I just flipped it around so my tread's pointing the right way, so it's going to be better for grip. And what I did for the front is I got an IRC NR77. Now this is a 7090-14. Again, a little scooter tire. This one is a front. Let's see, this is a tube tire, and the back is actually a tubeless tire, but I wasn't trying to mess around and seal the rim, so I just put the tube back in it. Works just fine. Cleaned up the whole look. Rides super smooth on the road now. Super happy with it, and it just makes it look super good. So that's gonna do it for my updates. As far as questions I've been getting, you know, top speed, obviously I told you about 30-35 miles an hour, weight dependent of course. How does it do up hills? I don't really have hills to test out. I mean, we're talking like tiny little hills, doesn't even bat an eye at it, just goes right up them. As far as range, doing wheelies up and down the street, you know, I can make this thing last me all day, and just do little spurts, come back, take a break a little bit, go out, do it again, all day long, not a problem, on the stock battery. I've taken it for rides, and I've done about a 5-mile ride, and still have plenty of juice to mess around out front. So I'm not 100% sure on my range, probably get like 10 miles out of it, you know, mobbing around, full throttle. But other than that, if you guys have any other questions, you know, leave it down in the comments. If you like this video, let me know. I still want to upgrade it, do lights, and try to get it titled, but yeah, we'll see about that one. Other than that, let me know how you guys like the video. I'm trying to work on my editing game, but until then, peace.